huge announcement, a significant one regarding the fighter jet program of the Indian Defence Forces. Now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has approved the development of what is called the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or AMCA, India's first fifth-generation stealth fighter jet. This ambitious project aims to enhance India's air power with a medium-weight, deep penetration fighter jet which features advanced stealth capabilities. Now, what's interesting is that project will also have equal opportunities both for the private and public sector. The need for India to have its own fifth-generation fighter jet, it cannot be overstated. India faces sophisticated air forces from neighboring countries, whether it is China, whether it is even Pakistan, the Pakistan Air Force. China, in fact, is developing an advanced fifth-generation fighter and has even now promised, in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, to provide those fifth-generation fighters to the Pakistan Air Force. In fact, potentially these fifth-generation fighters, whether the J-20 or the J-31 or the J-35, which China is developing, if it manages to give these fifth-generation fighters to Pakistan, that would enhance the threat that India's air superiority faces, and that is necessitating a fifth-generation fighter to maintain the strategic edge. Fifth-generation fighters with low observable technology reduce radar detection, enabling India to conduct covert operations and also to penetrate advanced enemy air defenses. Advanced avionics, sensor fusions, and network-centric warfare capabilities in fifth-generation fighters provide superior situational awareness, and that is critical for modern-day combat. A fifth-generation fighter strengthens India's deterrence posture as well, which is key to maintaining regional power balance. Projects like the AMCA align with India's self-reliance initiatives, Aatmanirbhar Bharat in defense, and not to forget, with the fourth-generation fighters like the Sukhoi 30 MKI, which is an aging fleet, the fifth-generation platform ensures that the Indian Air Force remains as competitive against evolving global military tech.
In a major push to India's Aatmanirbharta approach in the defense sector, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has approved the execution model of AMCA program. AMCA program is India's fifth generation fighter aircraft program, which stands for Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. Till now, we have seen all the developments in papers, documents and the news. But now the development will start on ground, because we are expecting an expression of interest in some days from now. It has been made very clear that this program, and in fact the development, will not be limited to public sector undertakings only. This time, it can be an equal opportunity for both private industry and public sector undertakings. In fact, there can be a joint venture that would be working for the development of AMCA aircraft. We know that how in several exhibitions we have seen the prototype model and in fact the developments that have happened till now. The prototype, of course, is expected by 2027 and the actual aircraft and the deliveries are expected by 2036.
Well, it's not just that. India is also now exploring the possibility of a potential partnership with the French aerospace and defense major Safran to enhance its engine-making capabilities for the Indian Air Force. Remember, the Air Force is trying to develop, the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, is trying to develop its next-generation Tejas light combat aircraft Mark II, or Mk2. The move after Operation Sindoor is aimed at broadening India's options to enable faster indigenous production of these fighter jets. The US-based General Electric Aerospace, GE Aerospace, had entered into a technology transfer for supplying engines for the IAF Tejas Mark II fighters. In fact, the 404 engines were being provided for the Mark I fighter, but for the Mark II, it was going to be the 414 GE jet engine transfer of technology, but there's been massive delays for that transfer of technology, as a result of which the delivery timelines for the Tejas Mark II have been badly affected, and that, of course, is leading to a serious sort of impediment in the IAF's fleet upgradation timeline. Nalin Mehta, managing editor of Moneycontrol, has broken that story, and here he delves a little deeper into what this means, coming as it does in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, and also coming as it does with the Trump White House wanting India to buy more American defense equipment.
This move is hugely significant given that it has come after Operation Sindoor. As we are reporting in Moneycontrol, there are 3 or 4 reasons for this shift of India looking at a possible partnership with Safran, the French aerospace and defense major. The first is that after Operation Sindoor, India needs on priority a much larger number of jets. The Air Force squadron size is about 31, it needs to go to 42. There is now an imperative and an urgency to ensure that number gets added up very fast. The Prime Minister has said very clearly that Operation Sindoor is not over, that India reserves the right to hit back if there is another terror attack and there is a new normal. The second, I think, is that India is also looking at which is a reliable partner. So far, for Tejas MK version and the MK1 version, the partner has been GE, which has been supplying the engine so far. There were three orders so far. The first one was in 2009-2010, which was for 40 aircraft. Then for another 83 aircraft, which was signed in 2001, which again was to be powered by GE. The first of those aircraft were to have been in service by middle of 2024, but the engines didn't come. The first of those engines, 97 engines in all, have now only been delivered to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and there will be a delayed timeline for that. So what defense sources are telling us at Moneycontrol is that India is looking at all options on the table. India is looking at seeing every possibility and looking for ways to significantly speeden up the process of getting more and more indigenous aircraft on the manufacturing line and in service. So this is also linked to concerns over technology of transfer and the speed of that. The GE engines have been delayed over concerns over technology of transfer too, and have also featured in trade talks and so on. So the fact that India looks at Safran now as a possibility for co-development, for options of enhancing its engine making capacity, or for engines being produced here and so on, it increases the possibilities India has, but also becomes a leverage with GE as well.
Network 18 is now the clear leader in digital media, with 55% more users on native platforms and social media than Times Internet. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the times.